Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romance 3 Kingdoms 13. I'm the Mysterious Chibi. I don't know if I've got a whole video's worth of content left, but like I said, I didn't have much time to record much, so I don't want to have I don't want to have long videos. I need to get some videos that'll actually allow me to fill up a day's worth of stuff. Don't know how well Guan Yu is doing, or Guan Ping is doing against these guys. Looks like, I don't know, it looks like he will be able to defeat this unit. I don't know if he's going to be able to defeat Bandit Boss when he's done. Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei should not have too much difficulty with Fu Jun's force. And I think if we did the math right, I think we're okay without defeating Bandit Boss's unit. Let's check that though. Our archery is now at 1400. We need to get it to 2000 to win, so we need 600 more. So that would be 400 points from Cao Cao's group, 6 from the bandit units, and I've got people who are ordered to train in Zhangjia, although I don't know if they'll get there in time for that to happen. So Guan Ping winning his battle will be enough. Our problem is going to be if we didn't give Guan Yu enough troops to defeat Cao Mao. And of course we need to defeat the bandits on the outskirts of Zhangke. Liu Bei bravely sending his generals off to fight Cao Cao while he fights generic units with his master strategist at his side. Don't know exactly how these guys are going to want to move. So hopefully I can figure it out and engage them the right way. They are splitting up. I don't really want to do that because of well, I don't want them to sneak up on my headquarters, but I don't foresee us defeating a third unit with these guys, possibly arriving in time to assist in the fight. Brilliant maneuver increases allies' attack and defense. I'll go ahead and use that now. Maybe I should have waited for Zhang Yang to come in range, but Jian Yang. Soften spears is not going to help you enough, buddy. Let's get out here in the open so that this guy doesn't end up... I don't want that base to get in the way. I want to be able to encircle this guy. Okay, everybody attack. I mean, he didn't have a choice in the matter, but he is going to get completely encircled now, so he will fall very quickly. Don't have time, don't have quite enough tactical points for Cry of Justice to kick in. Battle of Cao Cao armies has raised Zhangjia's arc proficiency by 200. I wonder which group won their battle. He isn't considered encircled? Oh, well, Liu Bei is going to have a duel with the Bandit Warrior. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we don't lose our ruler here. Get out of the way if you want to live. Do not underestimate me. I fight for justice. To restore the... Oh, he's in his, like, scholarly robes here. His portrait has, Warrior Man, but, I guess he's only got one... Yeah, this is pretty cool. We're getting to see Liu Bei duel. He raises his sword in honor and then defends. Got to knock him out now. Liu Bei, as you would expect, is going to win the plot duel, but not in particularly impressive fashion. Almost knocked him off the horse. And of course the guy gets off the horse of his own accord at the end. Forgive me, but that was right. You've been beaten, titch. Liu Bei, yeah, definitely got top honors there. He was in a freaking duel. I'm glad to have trusted my own talent. I was all I had hoped for. I ranked first. It was lucky that took me to victory. It'll take more than one small victory, blah blah blah. You're a legend. You guys are totally awesome. So I'll kick some more bandit ass next time. I think Guan Yu may have won his battle already. Nope, he did not. It was the other one. I thought you only got 100 points for the bandit armies. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so we are going to want to rush the bandits on the other side, while Zhao Yuan continues his advance. So yeah, he's gonna... How's Guan Yu's force doing? They are in trouble. Guan Yu is probably going to be defeated, actually. We really didn't give him enough troops to do that task. So that was pretty cruel. Meanwhile, at 1,700 bows, though, we are still on track to accomplish this if Guan Ping can win his fight. Yes, if Guan Yu plays his cards right, he could survive this battle without being defeated. Battle with bandit armies increase Yang Xiao's art efficiency by 200. So we need 200 more, which we should get from the Cao Cao's unit there. Alright, Guan Yu is going to get out of this alive. Ah, greetings. Visiting the barracks? I heard you'd been conducting drills lately. I needn't even ask of the results. Everyone's faces are brimming with confidence. Somebody's pants just split? What? You have been an amazing help. I must thank you. I will visit you 3 times to your cottage with some booze. My mind is at your disposal. Zhuge Liang, though I know it rude, there is something I would ask you. When boasting a mind such as yours, why do you place yourself under Liu Bei? Oh, you find it strange, do you? Forgive me for saying this, but surely there are better ways to restore the Han court. Restore the Han court, you say? I'm afraid that in itself is naught but a mere idea. There are no good ways to do it, much less better ones. Yet Liu Bei, this man will walk his path, even if it costs him his life. He has concern for his country, his people, and clings to that righteousness and his ideals. Come what may, you will scarcely find another like him. Then you mean to say... Indeed, I have no reason and stand to gain nothing. I am simply drawn to Liu Bei. I see, and yet that is a road of strife. I'm afraid that ideal will most likely... I wonder about that. That, you see, is why I'm here. Am I wrong? Knock, knock. Greetings. Forgive me. Have I interrupted your conversations? Yeah, I don't have different voices for these guys. I had expected your arrival. As you can see, the archers of Zhangjia eagerly await the battle with Cao Cao. It appears so. Is there nothing you cannot do? It appears so. Now then, today I've come to have a little talk about how we are to defeat Cao Cao's army. Let us start with his tactics. Oh, and they go with... This is where I think they both write fire on separate pieces of paper. Zhuge Liang, were you Cao Cao? How would you defeat us as matters stand? Do let me hear your thoughts. Very well. Oh, we have to debate him? I didn't get a chance to save. Let us debate. I shall listen to you. I would have saved the game, for sure. So he's got higher intelligence than us because of a treasure. He can either retort or focus. I hope he'll be stupid and focus. He did. So I don't think I can one-shot Zhou Yu, but... That being said, I can't, retort might be my only bet here. Hope it doesn't defocus or something silly. That was the only thing that I couldn't defend against that way. I think I might have screwed up here. Yeah, he's about to wipe me out. Damn it, I'm not very good at the debate minigame, so I think I just lost the... Is something the matter, Zhuge Liang? You seem to be at a loss for words. Forgive me, I find myself a touch thirsty. I see, let us resume our discussion after a drink then. Oh, okay, I guess you get to keep going. That's a beast. Well, now I'm not even pretending I did it intentionally, but I'm almost glad I lost one now, because you actually get to see what that dialogue is. I think I'll just stick with focusing and insisting. Except that I can't insist now. I guess I'll hope he provokes, and he doesn't. Maybe you can only lose so many times. Something the matter, Zhuge Liang? You seem to be at a loss for words. Okay, I can't even win the debate game as Zhuge Liang. Though as Zhuge Liang, it's a little strange that they give Zhou better stats. Insisting on the first turn always seems to work. Ah, screw it, I'm just going to assert this time. Because he has been provoking. Yeah, he's following the same pattern every time, so I guess the second time I didn't realize. The third time I did realize. Okay, he's doing the exact same thing every time. After debating Zhou, famed for quickness of mind, and debate, Zhuge Liang won renown across the land. Though not as much as Zhou won renown across the land for defeating Zhuge Liang, famed for quickness of mind, several times in the debate. This is where I shall end my trials. You have proved your talent beyond doubt to me. I must ask your forgiveness for my insults. Not at all. You were simply acting in the interest of your liege. Well, this was a gamble with no loss. Would you not have done the same in my position? I should leave that to your imagination. Because, Lord knows, you were in a position of power, whereas my force just has sucked. Now, that aside, let us get to the main topic. Cao Cao's sizable forces have created a sturdy fortress, one that can withstand any attack. Have you any plans to overcome it? I do have one, yet I must ask. I do have one, yet I must ask. Do you not have one yourself, hidden away? Well, I do have a plan, truth be told. Oh, you coy little so-and-so. The two greatest tacticians of the age have joined forces. What an inspiring sight! There we go. Then how about we both write our plans on our hands and reveal them at the same time? And one of them writes rock and the other one writes paper, and then Lu Su, of course, has been scissors. Very well. Let us get to it then. We had the same idea. While my mind is made up, let us waste no time in our preparations for upside down Y with 2 dots next to it on either side of the branch of the Y. That's fine. I'm a little surprised it didn't explain to us that that meant fire. Well then, Zhuge Liang, I will take my leave. Not sure if I have a whole video's worth of content here, actually. The alliance with Wu is made, and our methods. The alliance with Wu is made, and our method of counterattack has taken form. Everything is going well. Only a few more steps remain on the path to unification under Lord Liu Bei. All that remains is executing each step one by one. All is going according to my design. This retreat is part of my strategy. Wow, giant scary Cao Cao face. And thus the alliance between Liu Bei and Sun Quan was formed, bringing the two brilliant minds together in Wu Land. Welcome to Wu Land. The stage was set for the decisive battle, and all that was left was for the act to begin. And there you go, folks. That is the hero mode right there. So, did I get at least like 15 minutes here? Oh, I got almost exactly 15 minutes. Man, if only there was something like if there was just a couple of these little like video guys to show, but there aren't. It just jumps straight to this. Well, normally I would have done a lot of chit-chat, patty-whack, giving dogs a bone to stretch it out. I don't usually like to have videos that come in under 20 minutes, not since the old days of being under the 15-minute video limit. But I did really like the idea of not having one big long video to finish this thing when I'm desperately trying to get enough recorded that I can wait till next weekend before I have to record anything else. So next time we'll have Grand Alliance at Chibi. His proud and ambitious lord was gone. His battle-loving oath brother was also gone. However, he still fights. He fights for the one who inherited the will of his lords. He fights for the pride of those around him. For all these things, Zhou Yu will stand against Cao Cao at Chibi. I don't know that he even worked under Sun Jin. They talk about it like his proud lord is gone. His oath brother is also gone. Like he'd lost 2 lords. I think his first appearance in the novel is arriving to support Sun Ce. Historically, Zhou Yu may or may not have been an officer of Sun Jin's. Yeah, well, alright, so we've got that hero mode left to do. I guess we can take a minute and look in the collection and see what we've got here. We don't have much of an event directory. We got the death of Sun Ce. Wow, is that really all we've managed to unlock? I have to get on a FAQ and figure out how that works. Movie lists. These are all things that pretty much come out of the hero mode, so I'd be curious what we've missed, since it did really seem like we were unlocking these pretty much in sequence. The love triangle plot. Enter Jiao Zhan. Wu Chao Burns. Yeah. Almost all of these seem to come out of the hero modes. I did manage to get Death of the Little Conqueror just in the main game mode. We got Ending. Battle of Tong Gate, Raid of Ma Chao, and I'm sure we'll be seeing these other ones as we play through the remaining hero modes. So what have we achieved here? We cleared all the scenarios in the main game. No, we haven't. Oh. X means you didn't achieve, circle means you achieved. Okay. So we collected over 50 people in the officer list. Yeah, fairly easily at this point. We completed Endorse as an agent. We completed Placate. Alliance. Spy. Induced another officer into the Charmed state. Respect, interest. Okay, these are all fairly straightforward. We've never appointed a governor because we've never played as the ruler of a force except in hero mode, where I didn't bother. Completed missions. Some of these are going to be much more complicated than others. Achieved a city mission in very difficult. Okay, so this is just regular stuff on very difficult difficulty. Advanced from a free officer to first rank for the first time. Oh, we started our main mode already working for Lu Bu, so we never did this. Although, had JG Mystery just been a free officer who went to work for Lu Bu in like turn 1 of the game, we would have gotten that one. And that's not a quick and easy thing to get. I mean, you're probably going to get it if you want it, but it's going to take a little time. 50 specialties. I guess we never did that. We have not won 100 debates. We have not won 100 duels. We're probably closer to this than we are on this. Oh yeah, we're at 90 debates. We're at only 25 duels, and we'll get Zhuge Liang if we do that. We have not cleared the scenario Yi subjugation. We have not cleared the 3 visits. These are the different scenarios. The only one we've done is the DLC Lu Bu one, so it probably doesn't even give you points because you can't get it if you don't get the DLC. Achieved all records. Cleared all scenarios in the main game. Viewed all historical events. Mostly they just want you to clear every scenario and then play at least once on very hard difficulty. And you should eventually, by the time you've done that, everything else is going to come into place. Except, I guess, if you don't view the deadlock at Guandu. I guess if you don't catch all the videos, that won't quite pan out. Midang to Wan. So we do have officers who we have not unlocked. Guan Yinping. Oh, we haven't unlocked. How do you unlock them? So Guan Yinping, I believe, is Guan Yu's daughter. Ma Yunlu is Ma Chao's wife or somebody's wife. Bao Songyang. I don't know where the hell she comes from. She shows up at the Dynasty Warriors game. She's Guan Suo, the Guan Yu's son, who does not have fictionalized Oath Brotherhood with a, son of Zhang Fei. He's just a son of Guan Yu's, who survived past Guan Yu's death. Is married in the Dynasty Warriors game. He's married to some girl who's part of the Nanman tribes. I don't know if that comes from local legend or what. Guan Yin. So, the Dynasty Warriors games are, and I understand why, and I don't really blame them, but they're always trying to add female characters. Because, I mean, the novel is a novel of war. 90% of the characters who are named and are important are male. So they always try to add some female characters, and sometimes they have to really fight to have a good reason to. Wang Yuanji is, I don't know that she's ever mentioned in the novel, unless it's probably to describe Sima Zhao's son. She is in Dynasty Warriors, I think, from 7 onwards. I like Yuanji. She's not a bad character. They build up in the Dynasty Warriors games. I mean, in the novel, if she even appears, it's just mentioned that Sima Zhao had a son, and when first introducing him, they'll sometimes talk about the family line and mention who the mother was. But in the Dynasty Warriors games, Sima Zhao, well, aside from looking like one of the Miura brothers from King of the Fighters Maximum Impact, he's kind of portrayed as being this really bright and talented, but just kind of lazy and feckless guy. And his girlfriend is much more serious-minded and kind of, pesters him and cajoles him into actually doing what's needed. And she's actually kind of a likable character. There's a adorable little scene in, I think it was DW7, where Suma Yi, who is not ever portrayed as being, in previous games, being the most likable guy ever. In Dynasty Warriors 7, he's kind of an older guy. Zhuge Liang is gone by the time the Jin story mode starts. And he's just kind of resigned himself to the fact that the land won't be unified during his lifetime. But he's the only one, he and his clan are the only ones with talent left to do it. And there's this little sweet scene of him just checking in with Yuanji to see how his son's doing, because he knows they're dating. And Yuanji's kind of uncomfortable with the devious Sima Yi. Zhu Rong, the wife of Meng Huo. We seem to have all the girls down here. Luju. And some of these are probably male characters, and I'm misreading who it is they're meant to be. So I guess these are just officers who appear in late game. And our playthrough, yeah, that would make sense, actually. Ta-da! Bao Sangyang would be a late game officer. Guan Yinping would be a late game officer. These are anybody who's associated with Jin, or who was the young children of the 3 sworn brothers. Well, they might not have popped up as playable characters because we won the game right around the time they would be appearing. And we didn't see a whole lot of characters from the Nanman. Wen Shou, let's see, I guess he was never in our force. But we definitely fought Wen Shou. Nobody from the Ma clan ever made it into our force, really, because we conquered them and didn't really go on a big hiring spree, because that was the last force we faced. Dang Ai we wouldn't have gotten, because he's too late in the game. Yeah. So that makes sense. And Zhang Man Cheng and Zhang Bo, and these are guys who were yellow turbans, and I think Zhang Bao was a yellow turban, and they would have been captured and killed before our playthrough started. So that's why we've got a decent chunk of these officers who were never in our force. I guess Cao Mao never was in our force. Good for you, man. You actually Stuck by your guns. Zhuge Liang we will not see on this list because he eventually joined us. I'm waiting for us to actually get into the officers that we had. I guess we had less than half the officers, it looks like. Here we go. Now we're getting into officers that we actually had. I think we just added him because we had him in hero mode. So he apparently... Oh, these are cool. You can see their portraits from previous games. He apparently, for some reason, was in 6 and then never shown again, and now he's in this game. I don't see anything about him helping out with... Don't see anything about him helping out with building boats. Budugan, I've always loved his name. He ended up being an Oath Brother in... I played as Cao Pi in RTK 10 before I was LPing, and I made Budugan an Oath Brother because just by chance, he was the first guy I got my affinity up that high with, and I was curious what it would do. But he did send Cao Pi gifts of horses when he took the Emperor's throne, receiving the title of King in return. So I guess it kind of makes sense that this barbarian leader would have been an Oath Brother of Cao Pi's, but not really. Oh wow, I wonder why they didn't put her in 10. I really had a lot of fun with Lu Lingqi leading cavalry units out into battle in RTK 11. I was not sure at all why she wasn't in 10. Fictitious daughter of Lu Bu, she excelled at fighting. She was left behind when her father was driven out of Chang'an, but later found her way back to him. There were talks of her marrying Yuan Shu's son, however, nothing ever came of them. After Lu Bu's death, her and her mother moved to Xuchang. Except in our alternate reality where she got married to J.G. Mystery and then died. And here's an interesting character in the novel. Liu Shi, a concubine of Yuan Shao and mother to Yuan Shang. After the Battle of Guandu, she suggested that Yuan Shao make Shang his successor. When Shao died, she plotted with Shang Pei and others to make Shang the new ruler. Her first step in this was to have the other 5 wives killed. So, kind of a nasty piece of work. They do seem to have grouped all the women together for some reason. I'm always curious when an officer goes missing for a few games, but obviously Zhao Chan's pretty important. I guess in 1 and 2 they probably didn't have any female officers, I would assume. Widow of the older brother of Zhao Fan. Zhao Fan surrendered the city and swore an oath of friendship with Zhao Yun. At the same time, Fan introduced her and urged marriage. Okay, so she was the woman who was like famous for having been rejected, like beautiful, but didn't get picked up. Okay, so that's who. Yeah, I should have known that. Zhang Chenghua's. She's in Dynasty Warriors 8, and she's a fun character too. When refused entrance, she refused to eat. After her sons had also refused to eat, Sulu Yi apologized. Yeah, she was kind of famous for being willing to die to avenge an insult by her own husband. Lu Yu, oldest daughter of Sun Quan and Bishi, older sister to Sun Lu Yu. When she died, she married Quan Kong and became known as the Mistress of Quan. So I guess they put, Ooh, I don't know who this character is. I guess she's never been in the games before. Sun Quan and Bu Lianqi's daughter. First married Zhu Zhu, then married Liu Zhenyuan when Sun Luban slandered... And that's this one here. Oh, so there was infighting amongst the daughters. When Sun Luban slandered Prince Sun He in an attempt to have Sun Ba succeed Sun Quan, Lu Yu did not support her sister Lu Ban, damaging their relationship later in the era of Sun Liang. Sun Jun, who had been abusing his power as minister, discovered a plot to assassinate him after Sun Yi and the other conspirators were driven to suicide. Sun Ban lied to Sun Jun in secret, saying that her sister Lu Yu was involved in the plan. Then Sun Ju then slew Lu Yu. I knew that, like, after Sun Quan's death, the succession, like, Wu basically fell apart. They don't get into a ton of detail about that in the novel. I guess they do, but it has nothing to do with Dynasty Warriors games, so I probably didn't pay too much attention. I love, other than, she's got, like, over-the-top giant boob armor, but I like Sun Chang Jiang's portrait in this one. Daughter of Sun Jin, she was the younger sister of both Sun Ce and Sun Quan. Yeah, I think she was like a half sister. Tomboy, she took interest in martial arts from a young age. When she later became Liu Bei's wife, it was said that ladies in waiting were constantly outside her room dressed in full armor. All the legends about her actually being involved in combat are not true. Cao Cao's daughter, Empress of Emperor Jian, was ordered to take the imperial seal by Cao Pi, but was said to have cast it away with tears in her eyes. Oh, because she was a loyalist. Yeah, they do mention one of Cao Cao's member of Cao Pi's family who was denounced him and said that there's Genji, of course, said that like Cao Cao would never have done this. He was super loyal. Oh, this is the mother of Sun. What's his face? She was the one who got killed by. Yeah, this was the one who got killed. I can't remember now the name of one of our female created officers in the main story. Killed this officer. And became sworn enemy to Liu Kong and Liu Biao, but not to the other Liu Kong's brother's name. I can't remember. Oh, Liu Qi. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. I did not realize quite how many female characters they'd added to this game. They don't have that many different voices for all of them, of course. This, I believe, is Xing Cai's mom's. Buried Xiao Yuan's body after he fell in battle. Gan Shi. Though often captured alongside with Mi Shi, she would always be safely reunited, though she disappeared at the Battle of Changban. So Mi Shi must be the one who dies at Changban then. This is Beauty Wang. So where's oh, she never joined our force, so I probably don't have her. No, here she is. And younger sister, when Liu Bei fought, never mind, I guess she did survive. I thought one of his wives died and gave the baby Liu Shan or whatever his name is to Zhao Yun to rescue. I like reading up on the women and the seeing which women they actually added to the games. Because there are some interesting stories. They're just kind of the exception of the rule. You got these stories of these warrior dudes, and they have these stories of women being involved in the political infighting. And they definitely seem to have grouped the women all together for this list of officers. Because this is not... I'm not seeing any women here. I'm sure this is not the order in which we recruited people into our armies. So they appear to just have a section for the ladies only. And of course Zhang Ren, who was, we know, is an asshole and refused to join us in R2K11. I might have now gone to, yes, slightly over-length video just by talking away. So there you go. I will have to remember to warn you guys in the video description. But I'm definitely calling it a video now. When we come back, we're going to have the Zhang Fei. No, I'm sorry. I completely forgot one. We still have to do, the Battle of Chibi as Zhou Yu. So I'll be curious to see if it goes a little bit smoother than this one. This Zhuge Liang one was a bear. Like, incredibly unforgiving time limits on this. Big ramp up in difficulty, in my opinion, from Guandu. Although I did goof around with Guandu off screen once and managed to not quite win. Although, again, I think I stopped around the point where it was starting to get difficult, but I might have been just one battle that I actually controlled rather than let autoplay away from actually winning the day. But next time we'll have Chibi as Zhou Yu, which is nice because Zhou Yu was the actual one commanding the troops. It's nice to have him get that as his big glorious mood, since up to this point all of our I don't know why Jiao Chan is considered a member of the Sun clan. I guess for the Lu Bu and Jiao Chan ones, they didn't really put a place for them to go. But the actual real Wu ones, even the might, except for the might of the Wu, of course, which wasn't actually about Wu, have all been members of the Sun clan. So now we'll get Zhou Yu and Lu Jun to take those home. And the rest of the game is going to be a bunch of Shu stories. Which makes sense if you've read the novel, because the novel really does tell the story of the Three Kingdoms from the perspective of Shu as the good guys. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.